Yeah, pull up with a baddie in a...
It's week 1 of the National Football League, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Browns and the Panthers, and it's all just ahead on Madden NFL 23.
And we welcome all of our viewers inside a place that the folks around here like to call the Vault, and that's Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Cleveland Browns and the Carolina Panthers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, there's nothing quite like it. That feeling of beginning another NFL season, and these two squads are going to do just that in a moment.
And what makes it so exciting is the range of possibilities these teams have before them, because we could be seeing one of these teams earn the Lombardi Trophy in February, while the other, they can earn the #1 draft pick in April, or anything in between. And we've got the best seat in the house every step of the way.
22 men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And off we go from Uptown Charlotte. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. We see Carolina's offense getting set for their first possession here. And at quarterback, his second season with the Panthers, Sam Darnold.
Sam Darnold was one of the big-time early season stories of last year, leading Carolina to a 3-0 start with some really good play. Only one win the rest of the way, however. Not quite the change of scenery boost the Panthers hoped for after getting him from the Jets. You have to think in his 5th season, he will need to play some of the best ball of his career to remain as a starter for Carolina.
First play and a first pass coming for Darnold. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsom. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. I'm not sure exactly what they had planned for play #1 from scrimmage, but I can guarantee it wasn't that interception.
No doubt about that one, because in their daydream, this was going to be a dream play to get things started. Instead, it turned into a nightmare for them.
The Browns on their way out now for the first time, and we'll also get a look at the player brought in from Houston to run this offense, and that's Deshaun Watson.
And what he's thinking about right now is first down, let's find a way to make a big play. Because when you get a sudden change situation, that defense has to rush onto the field unexpectedly, you might catch them having a defensive breakdown or not quite prepared.
It was really sudden after the first play picked off. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Watson. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Watson, he's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jakeem Grant, 33 yards. And the Browns are on the board here first in the season opener. They said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive. He burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they called his number in this one.
Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. First carry for the Oklahoma State man, Chuba Hubbard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Darnold on 3rd down. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he is going to have a Panthers first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. Off of play action, Darnold under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It's J.O.K. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah in there for the sack. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Rashard Higgins was the one he was looking for, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Charles, let's get a look at the draft class for this offense. Remember, no first-round picks this year. They traded it away. How much of a detriment is that?
Well, what they're hoping is the reason they traded away that first-round pick, that player won't.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Watson now to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Grant.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
Here's Watson. Being chased out, and he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
Yetur Gross-Matos getting in there to make the play.
That play was hard to see. One play goes wrong, and all of a sudden it's 3rd and very long, but they had been in 2nd and inches.
Yeah, I know you like the idea of taking a shot on 2nd and inches, but you can't take a sack for that big of a loss.
That's the one thing you cannot do. They gave it up, and now they're way behind the chains. Good luck with this next play call.
Well, Watson will step away, and out comes Cade York to handle this 4th down field goal try for the Browns. York able to send this one through,
and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Sam Darnold and the Panthers set to take over again. And he's been off target here early on. 2 drives, 2 interceptions. They'll look to snap that streak here as they start 1st and 10.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Darnold.
And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw is Darnold. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Back deep, Jakeem Graham. .33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. An update from that game going on in the Meadowlands. And it's the Ravens that have moved out to an early advantage. We'll bring you updates all year, and the party just getting started here in Week 1 of the NFL season. On 1st and 10, Watson. Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. How to get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defense is a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain there of 21 yards. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Off of play action, it's Watson. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Watson. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it'll be 2nd and a couple. Here's Watson. And it's caught. Well, the Browns are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
It's hard to believe with all this production that Amari Cooper keeps changing teams, but no matter where he goes, he just continues to produce. 3 years in Oakland, traded. 3 years in Dallas.
Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Browns are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in Week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
The York on now for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. That time a 6-play drive, and it's capped off by the Browns touchdown. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. From the 6. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. We'll remind you that coming up tonight, the first Sunday nighter of the new season. And how about this for a matchup? The Buccaneers and the Cowboys from Dallas, 8:20 Eastern. Then tomorrow, Monday night, just one game here in Week 1 this year. And it'll pit the Broncos and Seahawks as Russell Wilson makes his Bronco debut. And, of course, where is it? Seattle. Coincidence? We'll let you decide. Here's Foreman. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And that will be incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And that will come the offense as they take over. And now the Browns coming out on the field. Now they have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Watson's throw taken in by Cooper here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. On first down, Watson steps away to his left. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, the first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
Watson gets this one to Cooper, and they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 27-yard line. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Watson's throw into the hands of Peoples-Jones. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up first and goal.
That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on touchdown. Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Browns would extend their lead here just before halftime. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
York now for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away from the 6. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll begin with, let's call it a testy-est rivalry in the NFL today. Cincinnati playing host to Pittsburgh in the AFC North. And they are nearing halftime with the Steelers out in front. Kenny Pickett, responsible for the lone touchdown in the game thus far, as he's thrown a touchdown pass. From there, we head over to the Windy City to check on the Bears at home, Soldier Field. And they trail in that one as it's the visiting 49ers who are out in front. 2 touchdown passes there for Jimmy Garoppolo. finally, we finish at MetLife Stadium to see what's going on with the Jets. And at this point, they trail the visiting Baltimore Ravens. Demarcus Robinson, a touchdown reception. On to a look at the next-gen stats for the Browns in that first half. And it was important for them to get the season off on the right foot. And they've done just that, thanks to a very solid outing by their passing offense thus far. It's a new season, so both of these coaching staffs likely making plenty of adjustments after their first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in Week 1, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Browns offense getting set to go to work here to start the third. But they're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles, and I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, it's not typical for us to see games out of reach in the third quarter. Right now, they're unstoppable in this one. And seeing how they just came out onto the field, it does appear like they're done scoring points in this one. They look awfully confident.
Second down, here's Chubb again.
And he's got some space here. And he is finally going to be brought down, but not before he gets it to the Panthers' 26.
45 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ball game.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. They run it again with Chubb. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on first and goal to add some extra mass.
And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, a 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Browns take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the first and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run. Give it right back to him and let him cap things off.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Now a toss play. This is Foreman. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Back to throw Darnold. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. And the offense is going to get the ball back. After all that, heck, it'll be a first down. Now Foreman. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left them no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on third. Now Darnold. And that is incomplete. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for Carolina. Twisting away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And the Browns getting set to go. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
They run again on 1st down, Chubb. They find some open field here. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Well, CD, I mean, simply put, if anyone around the league wasn't paying attention to them to start this season, they will be heading into Week 2. This has been an impressive Week 1 performance.
They've certainly announced that they are ready to go, haven't they? They wanted to send a message out to the rest of the league. You better put your eyes on us. We may be someone you have to reckon with.
York on now for the extra point.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And we're back now in Charlotte. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Dancing to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Here comes Grant on the return.
Following the punt return here, there's someone shaken up. Boy, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in Week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And again, it's Chubb. And some room to work. 20, 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Browns are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
York now for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And Nick Chubb the one to finish it off as he does so with a touchdown run. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. Carolina getting set to take the field. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into Week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. Meanwhile, Darnold's throw caught by Higgins. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. On 1st down, it's Darnold. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Again, Darnold. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 27-yard line. On 1st and 10, Darnold. Forced out to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Throwing on 2nd and long. Darnold. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Holding. Offense.
Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Darnold. Complete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. Room here to run. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Boy, 224 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. And Chubb will try the middle here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. And some room to maneuver. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Charles, when you look at the stat sheet, you realize that both sides of the ball were so dominant in this game. And on offense, not only did they score it, but they did it through the air as well as on the ground. Everything was working.
And you know that the guys who scored the touchdowns, who contributed that way to threw them or ran them, they're going to find our cameras and have a big grin for them. But I hope our cameras find that offensive line. How versatile were they? Move the ball on the ground, move people so they could run it, and then protected their passers so they could throw it.
So for Cleveland, you can't ask for a better start as they pitch a shutout here in the opener. And they will head home next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for Carolina, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants.
Yeah. Hey, check it. Okay, I feel unstoppable. Losing's impossible. Go against the team, the thing they know.